Hello, my name is Representative Pam Powers-Hanley, and I represent LD9 in Tucson in the Arizona House. Well, yesterday I gave you 4 good bills. Today I'm giving you 2 good bills. Lucky for me this year, some of my committees aren't quite as totally nuts as some of the others. So anyway, I have 2 good bills. We only had 1 bill on the agenda for Ways and Means today because the controversial one got taken off the agenda. So today we heard HB2391. Now this is an ATRA bill. ATRA is the Arizona Tax Research Association. So they have lots of bills that are about accountability and transparency. Sometimes I agree with ATRA and sometimes I don't. So today, this ATRA bill is about having counties report property taxes in a uniform manner. And so it says that the ATRA representative said that the counties have, their spreadsheets or PDFs that talk about property tax are formatted every which way, and it's not necessarily easy for the consumers to figure out what they're paying for. So I agree with that. I like transparency, but I don't think that 2391 goes far enough, because it just says that the counties will compile this data in a uniform worksheet that is designed by the Department of Revenue. Well, I think that we should go farther with that. I think that the worksheet should be downloadable, and it should be available in a very prominent location on the county websites and on the DOR website. I mean, if we're going to have transparency, let's have transparency, and having downloadable Excel that the people can mess around with and look at the data. I know lots of constituents down in Tucson who are really frustrated having to go through the PDFs that are on the city's website and the county's website. PDFs are not searchable. They're not readable by the sight impaired, and I don't think that they have a place in government websites. I think that we need to have transparency, and 2391 could be better if it went a little farther. So another transparency bill that I have is HB2255. Now my bill says that the Arizona Commerce Authority data should be more transparent. I have been looking at their data related to tax giveaways, GPLETs, incentives, and things like that. And it is really hard to figure out on the Commerce Authority website. In fact, I'd say it's just as hard on that website as it is on some of the governmental websites. So to find their annual report, to find out actually how many jobs are created with some of these business incentives, I had to do a search on the Commerce Authority website. I went to the data link first, and it wasn't there. A search for annual report. I finally found the annual report. I had to dig around, again, in PDFs, not Excel, not downloadable, very little historic data. There were lots of problems, I think, with the Commerce Authority website and with their accountability and their transparency. So I think when we're talking about the counties being more transparent with consumers, we should also talk about the Commerce Authority being more transparent with consumers and the residents of Arizona. There's a lot more that we could do with government transparency. Sometimes these websites are data rich and information poor. So rather than just throwing out a PDF with no explanation and lots of numbers, let's have some analysis. Let's have some transparency. I would like to see the long-term impacts of the Commerce Authority incentives on the state of Arizona. There's a table on their report that gives like all of the big incentive awards. I can pick out Caterpillar and Worldview as Tucson awards, but the rest of them, you don't even know where these businesses are. I'm assuming that most of them are in Maricopa County, but you can't tell that from the Commerce Authority website. So let's have more transparency. So I would say 2391 is a good start, but should go a little farther, and I also think that we should pass 2255.